Hello, I'm Stuart Bloor and I've been mostly fishing the canal this week, and some of the fish that I've caught, you can see those on the screen right now. I've actually fished every single day of the week. That's what I always intend to do. Doesn't always work out like that, of course, but short sessions, not fishing all day long. I certainly haven't got the time to do that. However, short but sweet. I did though fish a tiny little brook, and if you've been following my blog entries over a period of time, you'll know that there's a little waterway that I have been targeting, and this time I took my iPad with me. I captured some Facebook live footage, and here's a little insight into what I caught on the brook.
Hasn't escaped out the landing net, because that's where I've had it, in the water while I've been talking. Keep your fish out the water for as short a time as possible, and I'm about to show you now that roach. Now look at that. That really is a specimen. As I say, some venues might not be particularly a monster, but from where I am right now, I'll tell you something, that is an enormous roach.
I've been using Facebook Live quite a lot recently, so if you're on Facebook, go to the comments box here on YouTube. Feel free to send me a friend request. I add everyone anyway, and so when I do get Facebook Live going, you'll be able to join with me, share the moment with me. That's what I like about it. It's capturing the moment as it happens. And continuing with the Facebook Live theme, also fishing, of course, the last couple of weeks I've been on Rills Point FM radio station talking angling. Well, the station seems to have enjoyed it, because they've opened a separate page and they're putting all the episodes on there, so you can catch them there, of course. This time round I set up my iPad while I was live on air, and my granddaughter came and joined me. Anyway, here's another little insight into the Tales from the Riverbank, as it's called on Rills Point FM.
Of course, the way that coarse fishing hooks work, well, sea fishing as well, but we're talking coarse fishing now. The way that hooks work is that the smallest hooks have the largest number. So if you're talking a size 32 hook, that is very, very tiny indeed. I mean, I need my glasses to read words in front of me these days. You'd need a microscope, I think, to be able to tie one of those. And then you've got the other end of the scale, say size 2. That's a very big hook indeed. What you do, it's pretty logical really, but you use the hook regarding the venue you're on, the type of bait that you're using, and also the fish that you're after as well. So I think generally speaking, Jeff, if you were after a big fish, you would go for a bigger hook and you're using a bigger bait. But if you after a small fish, then you tend to go for a smaller hook. So for those who perhaps know a little bit about fishing, if you're on the canal and you're trying to catch small roach, small perch, gudgeon, that sort of thing, well, a size 18 hook with a red maggot on, that's a good starting point. If you're after something bigger, like a 20-pound carp, and you're fishing a big boilie, which is a boiled bait, by the way, so you're talking an 18mm or 20mm bait, then you might go for a size 4 hook, 2, size 6 hook. So it is quite logical when you think about it, Jeff. It's matching the size of the hook with the type of fish that you're after, and also the bait that you're using as well.
And I've actually been fishing in Scotland as well this week. I wasn't there for angling though. It was football that took me north of the English border, and you can see some of those photographs that I took while I'm talking right now. But I've got a little telescopic rod that I took with me. I went for a walk the early hours of the morning in the centre of Livingston, did a little bit of fishing. In fact, there's quite a lengthy Facebook Live video on my timeline. But for now, here's a little tempter when I arrived on the banks of the River Almond.
Good evening. Well, actually, it's gone midnight and I'm in Livingston, and I'm actually in the centre of the town right now. It looks a little bit light, of course, because as you can see, I've got street lights all around me, and just in front of me, can you believe it, I found a river. So I'm here on TNS Business. Most of the folks, of course, have gone to bed, and I'm trying to juggle my my iPad there. Can I just hold that up for you? Look, that is a tiny little reel. I've got a telescopic rod, I've got a small lead, a third of an ounce, a shot, a hook length I've created by nipping on the shot, and a worm on a size 10 hook. And do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cast out right now into the River Almond. And there you go, as sweet as a nut, I'm actually fishing.
I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different to the normal ones that I put out. More of a preview, if you like, of the week's blog. So don't forget to check that out. This is the 697th consecutive Saturday that I've published a blog. A lot of people say that's dedication. Well, I suppose it is, but it's also a labour of love. When you enjoy doing something, it's never a burden, is it? And those little clips that you've seen on here from Facebook Live, well, if you go to my Facebook account, you can watch them in full. And don't forget to check out the blog entry as well. There's a link also in the comments box here on YouTube. And while you're there, why not subscribe? All you need to do is enter your email address into the subscription box that you find on each page, and then when I publish a new blog entry every Saturday, there it is. And what about this for a photo that you can see right now? What's that all about? Well, the answer to that is in this week's blog. Tight lines, out and about yourself, enjoy whatever you're up to, and I'll see you soon.